I clicked the button. We
You
should be
click the
going.
button?
We should be going live. I don't know. I'm
Well,
gonna. I'm fucking.
I feel like we do this every time. It's like, we might be live. I don't know. We
Dude,
could
you
be
got to
live.
remember, I'm still like, I'm 30, I'm 30 minutes off of waking up, and all I've done is drank like 100 milligrams of caffeine. Like, I don't know where I'm at right now. I don't have any idea of what's real and what's not real. I could be in
Okay,
a lucid dream right now.
dude. I think we're all in a dream.
It is saying that we have a live feed
We're
on
we're
our.
alive.
Yeah, okay,
We're
all
live.
right. Welcome to the podcast, people out there that are real, can confirm are real.
But can we confirm that? Like, how do we
Well,
actually confirm any of it?
YouTube kind of confirms it because they're like, something watched the video. We don't know what it was exactly, but it was something.
But if a bot watches the video, is that considered?
It's a tangible thing that we can affect in a 3-dimensional space. So I guess it's real.
Okay.
Do you have a notepad that you write your thoughts down in?
No,
Do you journal?
no.
Dude,
I mean,
I'm about to tell you, get you a little notepad like this, right? Something you can fit in your back pocket. Just, right? Like just a little notepad
okay.
and keep it with you. The one thing I will say though, like it's hard to have a pen like this. I had like when I started having to carry notepads and like writing ideas down and like all that stuff, I had to carry a pen on me all the time. All the
It
time.
makes it easier to take notes if you've got writing
Yeah,
utensil.
like dude, you don't know how hard it is to take notes without a pen.
I do because I don't take notes, so it's all in my head. So I know exactly what it's like.
But like the only downside is like having to figure out how to carry all this garbo. If you're a person that doesn't carry a bunch of stuff in your pockets, like I try to carry as little as possible in my pockets. That's one of the reasons I've tried like I got one of the wallet phone things that way I
The
don't.
old person phone case.
Yeah, like I don't carry a wallet because all my stuff's in my phone, and like I can't. I have a pen and my keys, and then I've got like a pair of pliers on my belt. That's all I carry.
Okay.
I try to keep stuff out of my pockets because, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. Getting hit in the pocket when you got like a pocket full of like garbo sucks.
Hmm.
It's not fun. And like
Or your keys.
yeah, like when I go to work, like I lean in machines and I'm always like leaning on my hips. And guess what's on your hips? Your pockets. Doesn't feel great.
Yeah. No,
Does not feel good.
I don't carry a whole lot of stuff with me either.
Mm-hmm.
Wallet, phone, keys.
Is that like
No,
your
it does
every?
not feel
Oh god.
good.
Oh
I
god.
don't.
Oh, there was audio going. Like I clicked in the stream that way I could open up the chat and it was just blah, 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 blah. All right, I muted the tab. That way the view counts because it's real. Because it's real. Let's pop
Wait,
out.
you can't mute the video. You have to mute the tab.
Well,
Is
so
that
that's how Twitch does it. So that's how Twitch counts a view. That's how you can lurk in a Twitch stream and give that creator a view. So what you do is you mute the tab and mute the volume in the window.
Mhm.
Like mute the volume in the window so you don't have to sit there and listen to it. But mute the tab or unmute the volume in the window, but mute the tab. That way
right?
Twitch is like, oh, they're listening to it. So even if you don't have it front
Right.
and center to where you're looking at it, it'll count it as a view.
So smart.
Some people leave it at like one volume. It works, but I don't like doing that. I don't think it's reliable. I just mute the tab because I don't. There's been times where like I've gone whole streams and then I turn the stream off and then I hear something I'm like, what is that? What is that? And it's like somebody on another tab in the background where I've like was lurking on them and giving them a view. I'm just like, dude, was that whole thing was that in my stream? And I watched the stream and I was like, yeah, it was, but nobody noticed it. The joys of being a content creator that nobody watches. So fun. It's so fun. You make so many stupid mistakes.
Hey, now. You said there was at least 3 people watching you. That ain't
Well,
nobody.
I mean, my mom doesn't count, so.
Hold on. Does your mom really watch?
No, she doesn't.
That's okay. I
I
don't think
wish.
mine does either.
I wish he did.
I
Oh
swear
man.
way too much in my videos for my mom to ever watch any of my videos for any extended period of time.
See, I
I'll be
don't.
dropping F bombs and everything, man. I
Oh
don't
my
even care.
gosh. Oh man. See, my parents have always been good about like being realistic. Like, oh no, we swear. Like that's humans do that. Like it's just a thing.
Hmm.
And like I think that's affected my speech to where like I've noticed like I'm out in normal world place things
Hmm.
interacting with humans and I'm
Cool,
just
man.
like yeah with humans and I'm just like I say stuff and I don't even realize I say it and they're just like oh fuck, like, what are you talking about? Oh my god, you said words and we don't know if we could say those words and I'm just like dude like what? Like do y'all not speak? Like come on. I do think I take for granted the fact that I speak for at least 10 to 12 hours a day to people randomly on the internet. It's wild.
I still can't believe that. I mean, I believe it, but like,
Yeah, I
you
know.
know,
There is
like
like one
that's
or
a
two people that show
crazy.
up. That's crazy. I know.
It's just a long time to devote you to other people other than yourself.
It is. Well, that's like I work a 12-hour shift, so like I work 12 hours already. So I'm used to I would much rather work a 12-hour shift. What about you? Less amount of shift the
Hell
better?
no. Hell no. I've worked like I've worked 15-hour days before, don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
but at my job most of it's either 8 or 10,
Mhm.
and I've worked like a 10-hour day and it's like, "Oh, getting that extra day off cuz you're working 4 10s or whatever."
Yeah.
Not worth it. And I'm going to
What?
tell you right now, like I took like 2 days off a couple weeks ago. Just took them off just
Yeah.
to
Just to have them
not be
off.
at, yeah, not just to not be at work and just just have a couple days off. It went by so freaking fast. I might as well not
Oh
have
yeah.
even used my vacation time for only 2 days. Like, and the same thing applies to like a 410 or more schedule. It's like that extra day is not worth all, because the extra work you do is going to feel a billion times longer than the time off extra that you get from working
Yeah.
those extra hours, in my opinion, in my humble opinion.
It's just
So
not worth
me,
it at all.
8 hours or less, baby.
8 or less? What?
If I could work 6 hours and get paid for 8, that would be awesome.
Well, so that kind of happens with me since I work 12 hour. I work 312s, right? So I work 312s on a weekly basis. So I work 3 days and have 4 days off, dude. And like I feel like anything if you work anything over 8 hours, your day's shot anyway. Like your day, like you're not getting anything else done that day. Like they're doing nothing. So I might as well just work for like the full day, Give me that full Monty right there, Like just get it done out of the way.
See, that might actually be acceptable,
Mm-hmm.
to work 3 12-hour days and get 4 days off.
Yeah. Oh, it is. Trust me, I love it.
Well, I'm thinking about it in the context of what I do for work,
Oh yeah.
and yeah, I don't know. But that's not that sort of a thing is not offered where I work, so
Oh. Hmm. Interesting.
tis but a pipe dream, I suppose.
Hmm. It is, but not for
Speaking
me.
of pipe dreams,
Bam.
no, I don't
Go
know.
ahead. No, go ahead.
I have no
You've been
segue.
you've been hanging around Kato too much. You segue into like now you're just like segueing in your dreams. You're just sitting there like, oh, hey, we're going to this now. So, I do have a segue or a question. In the next, I guess today, Thursday, there's a game. It's called Wild Hearts. It's a Monster Hunter game. You're probably not going to be excited about it, but I might be excited about it. I'm kind of looking right now to see if they release their embargo for the YouTube like review stuff, the review embargo. That's what it's called. And I'm looking, and I don't. Yeah, I don't see it. But it's basically EA's Monster Hunter game. I'm looking forward to that. And then Atomic Heart comes out next Tuesday, dude. I think it's Tuesday.
Yeah. next Monday, the 20th.
Is it the 20th?
At least according to Game Pass, which is what I'm looking at currently.
Game Pass? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so... It's so... Dude,
Soon?
this weekend's going to drag for me. This is going to be the longest weekend ever. Because I work tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, and I'm just not going to be able to do any, like, gaming. Like, that is the bad thing about working 312s. Like, I don't... In the digital social media stuff, like, I just don't exist. I'm a non-participant 3 days of the week. It's wild.
Well,
it's heckin' wild, dude.
So, the 23rd, we get Sons of the Forest.
The 23rd. When is that? That's...
Well, that would be next
Thursday?
Thursday.
Is it Thursday morning? Can we play it for stream? Can we play it for this instead of doing like a podcast? Can we play it for like 2 hours?
I would be surprised if it was out that early. I never see games midnight release like that anymore.
Not anymore, dude. Like, why not? Like, I don't understand that. Like, why not just like unlock it? You know? Like,
we don't have midnight releases, and every freaking new game has to come out the gosh darn middle of the week. It's like,
yeah. Well, I understand it from like a developer's point of view, because you want people in the office in case like the servers go down, or like, oh, there's this huge bug and like game can't play, bah, you know. But like part of that's like, just make sure your freaking game works before you ship the damn thing.
Yeah, I mean, we know it's at least possible.
Yeah.
Having played
Legacy.
Yeah,
dude, I've been playing the crap out of that game.
So have I, dude. I've got up to 37 hours.
I know.
I've been change compared to you, but
no, I've been like, every time I hop on, it's like me, you, and like one of the people in my friends list that are, they're close. They're close. Oh, I don't have the stream up right now. I don't know what it can see or not see. I don't know what's going on.
There was something funny that I wanted to mention about that, actually. So like, and
what is going on?
What is going on?
I don't know.
You okay?
I think I just broke everything.
Did you have a stroke?
No, I accidentally just moved my OBS instead of my Steam. So now like my windows are just like flipped. But everything's cool, I think. Maybe. I don't know.
I'm sure it's fine.
It'd be all right.
I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, it'd be fine. Yeah.
So what was I saying?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
So no, I remember. So I'm reticent because I really don't want to bring up like the controversial aspects of that game and stuff for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
They exist regardless of whether or not I want to talk. It was just a funny thought. So I was on Steam, I don't know, a couple days ago, and at the very top of new and trending,
yeah,
it was like Hitler BDSM room.
Oh yeah, dude! Like I saw that shit. I was just like, wait.
And I'm like, this is the world we live in.
Yeah,
where a game which everyone hates because of the original book's creator is a piece of garbage.
Mm-hmm.
It has absolutely nothing to do with the developers or anything.
Yep.
But then the game Hitler BDSM room or whatever it was called is at the top of new and trending. So like, you're telling me a game about magic and wizards is not okay, but fucking Hitler, literally,
like
pun intended.
This game is fun. Like this is
fun. It's fine.
It's good. Yeah.
Like that's the clown world we freaking live in, dude. I got a little kick out of it just because of the absurdity of it and actually seeing it, and I was just like,
yeah,
this makes no sense.
Like I understand, like one of the top like issues affects real world, and the other issues just like, come on, like what the hell, Hitler BDSM stuff, but
it doesn't though, because the game developers have nothing to do with that person.
Yeah, but that person does like.
But that person does horrible shit and has already done horrible shit, and then nothing can change that.
Yeah. But also,
they chose to be a horrible person.
Yeah, they chose to be a horrible person, and they're doing it with the money they made from years ago.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
One that said it. Like they're rich forever, regardless of whatever game is made.
There's a point where you make enough money. Like at that point, it's just a snowball. Like it's just gonna keep. Like the machine is gonna keep making money because when you make that amount of money, you can hire people that are like, hey, take this amount of money and just turn it into more money. And then those people are like, okay. And then like they go off and they make more money. Sorry for hitting the mic. But like that's just what they do. And there's no stopping it. You cannot stop it. Like it just doesn't happen.
Like if the game had been canned and never came out, she'd still be rich and she'd still be terrible.
She'd still be a billionaire. Like that's the thing.
A billionaire and she'd
it's
still
not
be a terrible human
it's not
being.
millionaire with an M. It's billionaire with a B. She's on a already short list before she revealed being a monster. Before she revealed, you know.
Right. Anyways, I just thought it was funny that freaking Hitler BDSM game was not only top of new and trending, but it had like, because you can hover over it. I didn't click on it. I'm being perfectly honest, because I don't want my history of browsing to show that, but it's funny to see it. But it had positive. The reviews were positive. It wasn't mostly positive or whatever the other one.
What kind of game?
Positive.
What was it you did in that game, Jared? Because it sounds like you played it.
Well, you see, you do things.
You do things with a
with
a historical with a historical figure that may or may not be
responsible for killing billions and billions of people.
Responsible for the attempted euthanization of an entire like demographic of people.
Yeah, you know. Yeah. Anyways.
Yep. All right.
All that to say, we live in a clown world.
Yeah, and I'm super excited for Atomic Heart to come out next week.
I think I'm gonna play it. I think I'm gonna make video. I think I'll do some like a video series for it. I'm not gonna live stream it because I'm just not really doing that much these days. But
yeah,
I think it's gonna be right up my alley. I think it's got some spoopiness to it. I think. I could be wrong, in which case I don't care because I do what I want.
I don't think it's like horror per se. I think it's, you know how like Eastern European games usually have like that weird, awkward body horror aspect to them, but they're not really horror, but it's just like weird body horror stuff. I know that it's not like a I made a non-statement right there where it was just like I looped a statement in one sentence and it was just like, oh, maybe that's what he meant. Yeah. Like, but I think it might have some of that in it. Like, because you look at it, you're sitting there fighting androids and like a hive mind of machines and doing stuff like that. From what I've seen, like that's what you're kind of doing. And like, it looks like it's going to have maybe some jump scares, maybe some like Resident Evil levels of like, oh, this is this weird mutated, like grotesque monster thing. I don't think it's going to be outright like horror, you know, where it's just like, oh, you got possessed by a demon. Here you go. I don't think it's going to be like that, but
no, I don't think so either.
Yeah, I think the game looks fantastic. Looking at
come a long way.
Yeah, just looking at like the little things they have on Steam and stuff like that. Like just look like I blew it up, like I had it full screened it, and I just sat there and I looked at like the actual stuff, like the gameplay portions of it. They're not like rendered scenes or nothing. It's just like, holy shit. Like, I think they're using Unreal Engine on it. And I'm just like, fuck, dude, this thing looks.
5?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It looks so crisp, though. I don't know. Oh, it's so.
If they're not, they should. But the game's been in development for so long that if I would be surprised if it is in Unreal 5, just because the game's been in development before 5 even existed. So they would have had to have, you know, essentially started from scratch.
Yeah. Well, no. So like that's the thing. Like when Unreal Engine 5 came out, it's actually it transfers quite well. Like Unreal 4 you like it basically is just like, would you like to update this thing to Unreal 5? And you go like, yes. And it'll make a save, and it'll just update all. Like I've had a couple of projects that does that, and it'll just update it, and either it breaks it or it doesn't. Sometimes it breaks it, and then sometimes it don't.
Well, I guess there's only one way to find out.
Yeah. I'm sitting here looking it up right now. I don't see anything. Oh no, what game engine? Talk about something real quick while I'm speed reading. It's not
Well,
saying. Damn
this
it.
there's like little people also ask, does Atomic Heart use Unreal Engine 5 development and release? The studio uses Unreal Engine 4 and implements NVIDIA RTX and DLSS technologies.
Yeah. So
So I'm guessing it's 4.
yeah, I'm gonna say we're gonna see a lot of games that come out this year that use 4, and next year's gonna be like every game's got 5.
Right.
But
Because
I'm
everything
gonna
coming out this year is like getting caught up from freaking COVID.
yeah, like a lot of the stuff that's coming out this year. So he's like just pulled into my driveway for some reason. All right, they're just turning around.
Is it rednecks?
Oh my god, freaking dude! People are learning like the life of me dealing with rednecks with my IRL streams out in my garage, because you'll just hear this big fuck off dually come down the street. I was just like, oh my god, dude.
Like, I hope you explode.
Yeah. I hope that turbo diesel freaking dies, please. You got like 2 levels of redneck. You got the like the cherry bomb flow master. I'm in my Chevy pickup going down the street. You know, like it sounds like you got fart cans on it. And then you got the turbo diesel redneck that's just got like the big stack coming out of their bed, just billowing black smoke everywhere. It's oh god.
Don't tread on me flags sticking out the back.
Exactly.
I know the type.
Oh. But yeah, Atomic Heart. It's Unreal Engine 4. Confirm?
I mean, it's confirmed as Googling something can be.
No, it's confirmed as searching the internet. That's another thing we could talk about. Like, you're gonna, like, Microsoft's about to take it to Google. Like, they are about to take it to Google.
That's what you were telling me. Did we talk about that on stream or was that off stream?
I can't remember. I'm pretty sure we've talked about it at length on stream, but like the AI chatbot thing for Bing, like they're letting people use it, dude. And I watched Linus Tech Tips on the WAN show. Like they sat there and used it for like 15, 20 minutes and was just like asking it questions like, hey, I'd like to find this water bottle. Can you show me like the 5 top rated water bottles on the internet? And it was like, yeah, here's this source, this source, this source. And they're all different like websites. Like literally it's going to be your personal assistant for the internet. Like I'm like when I get access to it, I think I kind of want to run an experiment. I want to take like $100 and be like, hey, I have $100. Like, what stocks do you think I should invest in to make more money? Or like something like that. Like, how can I take this? Do you have a good way of taking this $100 and like turn it into $200?
Can't you do that with ChatGPT right now?
Yes, but ChatGPT right now is running off of a model of the internet from 3 years ago. Like they stopped letting it look at the internet 3 years ago, but the what they've integrated into Bing is actively looking at the internet. Like I would say within 30 minutes of sitting there looking at the internet.
Excuse me.
So
it doesn't currently learn?
No, ChatGPT, like in and of itself, the one that like we had access to that I like showed you where I like do the thing, that one doesn't. The one that is in Bing does.
Okay.
Because it's like literally it's tied to a search engine. Like it's connected like it's human centipeded to a search engine right now.
What?
That face, you were just like, oh no, don't go down this road. Don't.
That was a face for myself because I've got like this tickle in my throat and I'm trying like hell not to just blow out everyone's eardrums with me coughing on stream.
Dude, if you need to, just like mute your mic in Discord and then go for it.
I don't mute.
I don't mute.
I got that bumper sticker of my Chevy pickup truck. Let me tell you, I don't mute. Ding.
Oh my gosh. We don't mute that around here. All right. But no, back on Atomic Heart. Like, I'm pretty sure it's Unreal Engine 4 with like a plugin for Unreal Engine 5 for like ray tracing and stuff. Because that's one thing on like UE5 really, really works on. There you go. You should have just muted it, just like beep boop, and then like done the thing and then been fine.
But then people will be wondering. Now that you know that I was coughing. I don't know. Leave me alone. I do what I want.
I think you're thinking too much about it. I think you're thinking too much about it.
Probably.
But yeah, I think what we're seeing, like Hogwarts Legacy and like a lot of other high-end games that use Unreal Engine, is Unreal Engine 4 with like a UE5 ray trace plugin. Yeah.
Do you use the ray tracing when you play?
No, because I use an AMD card, and it like literally it takes my frame rate and cuts it in half.
Dude, with my 3090 Ti, it does the same thing.
Yeah, really?
Like, ray tracing fucking sucks.
Well, no,
I don't like it.
It's not on Hogwarts. I have watched some stuff, like some like FPS reviews, like Digital Foundry reviews of like, oh, this is how this actually makes things run, and blah blah blah. And dude, like, it's a hoss. It's like Witcher 3 when Witcher 3 came out. It's like, can this game run this game? Or like, can it run this computer, like this game or whatever? Dude, you gotta remember.
Just now.
I've just woke up and I've had so much caffeine.
Yeah, well, the funny thing is, like, I when I first started playing it, like, I didn't have it turned on, and then I went to play it again, and it had turned itself on.
Oh, ray trace, really?
And I'm sitting here playing the game. I'm like, why is the performance of my game suddenly suffering? Like, I was having no problems when I first started playing, and I got a 3090 Ti. It should be fine. I went into my settings, and all my ray tracing was turned on. I'm like, no, turn that crap off.
Oh,
and like, here's the thing. I don't know about you or what you've seen, but I looked up like comparison videos of like with it on and with it off, and there's no difference. In my opinion, like, visually, there's no difference. Yeah. Like, even with ray tracing off, there's cool reflection. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks good without it.
So like, I'm not all about it. Ray tracing and all that RTX bullcrap can suck your
Stormtrooper
taint.
Okay, we're going there. We're going with those words. All right. I mean, it is more than 5 minutes into the stream, so I think it'll be all right.
Whatever. I'm pretty sure taint isn't part of their vocabulary.
Are we sure? I mean, we did say weenus last time. We did say weenus last time. We didn't get into too much trouble.
Weenus isn't bad though. It's like it's human anatomy. So is penis. So we should be fine. It's medical terminology.
Yeah.
Weenus, penis, taint. I think it's a medical term.
Is it?
That was my haiku for the evening.
I'm not going to look it up because I don't want that in my search history. When they come for me, all they're going to find is Atomic Heart and Hitler BDSM, and that's it. No taint nonsense in my search history.
Oh, God. See, you just woke up, and I just got done working, so we're both kind of
loopy. We're loopy. This is great chemistry. This is great. This is a great opportunity for neuroplasticity. I've been doing a lot of research into that shit. Like,
okay,
like brain science, like what is it called? Neurobiology and stuff like that. I've been listening to like Huberman podcasts and like other independent like people that are into neurobiology and like the chemistry of the brain. But that's one of the ways I've been getting into like tapping into my creativity and stuff like that. Because like you got to figure out, or I figured out like the things that cause creativity. It's just basically you're just like the way I think of it is like your neurons and the cells in your brain have a certain way of firing whenever you think of like a memory or like a color or anything like that. Right? You can visualize a thing, right? You visualize a thing. But if you think about it, you close your eyes, there's no picture. There's not pictures in your brain. You don't have pictures in your brain. You don't have a video when you remember this thing or remember images or anything like that or remember smells or tastes or anything. You don't have that stuff in your brain. All it is like your neurons are firing in a certain pattern that make you feel like you can see that thing, or make you think that you can smell that thing or taste that thing or like know what that thing touches like or whatever. Like that's if you're remembering these things, right? Like you don't have those things in your. They're not in your freaking melon baller.
You trying to tell me that if I cut my head open, I wouldn't see like
You're not gonna have
physical
yeah.
images?
No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't see
What?
all the videos that you've made. You wouldn't see those at all.
I can't believe it.
It would just look like pink soup. That's it. You cut your brain open. Oh my gosh! It would look like pink Jello with a marinara sauce on top of it.
Mm.
Yeah, man, that's the good stuff.
Well, we just got banned.
Well, there we go.
There it is. We can talk about Hitler and taint, but as soon as we start making stereotypes,
as soon as you throw dominant Italian hand out there, you're done. You're done for. But yeah, like literally, like anytime you remember a thing, it's just like a pattern of neurons that fire, right? So, like part of me trying to be creative is like I try to create new patterns. Like that's how I think about it, right? Maybe that's not how you do it, but like as I've interpreted the information that I've ingested, it's like I need to do things in different ways to create different formations of patterns. That way it makes me think in different ways and do things differently and maybe create different scenarios. And that's part of creativity. Also, there's a I think it was what's his name? I think it's like Rick Rubin, I think is his name. He's a music producer.
I don't know.
He's a music producer that Rick Rubin. He's worked with like all kinds of people. Like he's worked with hip hop artists and freaking like Grateful Dead and like all kinds of like he's just a music producer and he's like kind of known for just being super creative and super just like flexible in his like he really doesn't have a style of like doing a thing, but he more often than not creates like one of his first albums that he produced was the Beastie Boy album that just fucking put him on the charts, dude. Like that was his first album. Rick Rubin, that's his name.
I like a good Reuben sandwich.
Good Reuben. I don't like Reubens. I don't.
Oh, end it. Cancel everything.
I don't. But like
anytime I go anywhere new, I always try the Reuben.
I do the same thing for a Philly cheesesteak.
Philly cheesesteak's good too.
But like anytime I go to a place, I'm like, oh, they got a Philly cheesesteak, and like I'll try it. I'm like, well, 9 times out of 10, it's garbage.
Yeah.
Because I'm very picky about my cheesesteak. But there's been like 2 places I've gotten a cheesesteak, and I'm just like, oh my god, it's best cheesesteak.
That's how I am with corned beef and cabbage, which I know you made fun of me for wanting that at my wake, which is insulting. But like if you had the corned beef and cabbage we used to make at the pub that I used to work at, back in the day, you would change your mind. Because it's not like that hash crap that you get for breakfast or whatever. It's not corned beef hash. It's literally like a brisket, a big old chunk of meat like this big. Mm-hmm. And you stick it in a slow cooker and you slow cook it for like an entire day. And then it just peels apart. And you put that on top of some cabbage that's got some of the juice. It's so good.
Yeah.
End it. Stop the presses.
No, I'm excited for you.
No, you're not.
Please.
No, you're not.
Continue.
No, you're not. I'm done. It's delicious. It's salty and savory. How could you not like it?
I'm not a big salty person. I don't like salty foods. I'm a sweet tooth person. I like sweet food.
See, I'm definitely on the savory side of the spectrum.
So you like salty things? I like sweet things, dude. It's like
I like it all. Let's be honest.
Yeah, let's be honest. Like put cheese on it. I'll eat it. I don't care.
Cheese isn't sweet.
Yeah, I don't care.
At least not normal cheese.
Cheese is great though. Any kind of cheese, except for like some like really funky cheese.
I only like cheese to I can't just do like copious amounts of cheese. Like it's.
I can.
For me, cheese is a balancing act.
No.
Yeah.
Like,
because then all you're eating is cheese. You might as well just eat straight cheese. And why put cheese on something if you're just gonna drown it?
Well, you need to be able to hold something. Like hold it. Like a pizza is just a vessel. It's just a boat for cheese.
No, it's a boat for sauce, bro, and meat.
Cheese.
It's for all of those things.
And
Yes.
like
Pizza is the perfect food. Let's
and
be honest.
like barroom nachos is just it's just like a raft for cheese. That's all it. It's just a raft
Right.
that has cheese on it, and you go, oop,
But it's a
and you go.
balance between the cheese and the chips for the nachos. Like
No, it's just all
if you if
cheese.
you if you took a bowl
Uh
and you
huh.
put chips on it in it, right? And the chips came up to the lip of the bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And then you filled that with cheese all the way to the lip as well, so where the chips were submerged, that would be acceptable to you?
Yeah.
It's not nachos anymore. It's freaking cheese cereal. You
And
down
what's
for
wrong?
that?
There's nothing wrong with that. I don't know. I don't know what your issue is.
It's too
Like,
much cheese, man. It's
like,
too much cheese.
and also if it's, I go by Jack Black rules. If the
Oh,
cheese is connected all the nachos, it's just one chip at that point. If the cheese is connected multiple nacho chips together, they count as one chip. They are
well,
now
I'm not
glued.
disputing. I'm not disputing the etiquette of nacho eating. But what you're describing, where you're submerging chips, it's now beyond right. It's like it's beyond proper etiquette of nachos. It's become a whole new food group at that point. It is cheese soup with some chips in it.
No,
Like
it's
that's too much cheese.
yeah.
You have to be able to pick the chip up still. Otherwise, it's not nachos anymore.
Yeah.
But if it becomes a
Who
soggy
says?
mess because there's too much cheese, it's no longer an acceptable thing. It's a balance.
So you're telling me you wouldn't eat nachos that are soggy?
I did not say that.
Whoa, like the immediate reversal, right? It was like, I
No,
didn't say that.
first,
I'll eat them.
like I don't say no to most things.
Wow. Okay. All right.
No, man, no.
I'll
But
take you on a date. Let's go.
give us endless nachos, baby.
Sure.
Dude, one of these days, I'm telling you, I'm gonna have to like fly out there to your neck of the woods or something, and
Or
we
I'll
can
fly
hang
to
out
your
for
neck.
real.
I'll fly to your, like, I'd love to go to the West Coast. Like, I've only ever seen the West Coast on like military business, and it's always been like, we got to go here and do this thing. I've never had a chance to like just have fun.
Dude,
I'd love
maybe
to.
next PAX in Seattle,
Mm-hmm.
because there's a PAX. I've been to it a couple times,
Yeah.
like a big old video game convention, PAX.
Yeah.
Maybe like the next maybe the next PAX that's in Seattle at the convention center. You could come out here, and we could just like spend the whole freaking weekend up there at that convention.
That'd be pretty cool. I wouldn't mind doing that.
Split a split a hotel room.
Split a hotel. Okay.
You can bring your wife too if she's in, it seems like she's into that kind of stuff too.
Oh yeah, she loves video games. Yeah. Hell,
I don't know.
just this, like, I just built her a computer so she could do video game therapy with people. And I
That's
think,
right. She does that. I forgot about
yeah,
that.
and this like past week she did her first session with it. I was so
I would like
proud.
to meet your wife at some point too, because she sounds like a very uh, lovely person.
Yeah, she's the Abbott to my Costello.
But
Hey,
who's on
Abbott.
first?
I don't know.
No, who's on first? It's not a question. It's a statement.
Okay.
Have you ever actually watched Abbott and Costello?
Yeah, I do. I have, but I don't remember how to interact with this joke, so I'm just gonna like blank stare.
Because the name of the player is who. They're like, who's on
Yeah,
first? The other guy's like, I don't know the name of the person. No, who's on first? Because it's actually.
I can't remember like the second baseman or the third.
I don't
like,
remember
yeah,
either.
yeah.
All I know is who's on first. It's been a long time since I've seen that. Funny thing is about like that old comedy, like Three Stooges
Yeah.
and stuff like that. It's still funny to this day.
Yeah, physical comedy tends to hold up pretty well. A lot of
Yeah.
times, like, the only comedy that doesn't hold up is political type comedy. Things where you're like, hot take, this is happening, like,
Yeah,
unless you're on the
like
winning side
South
of
Park.
unless you're on the winning side of history, like, it doesn't hold up.
I've noticed that South Park is very much like that. Like, I do enjoy me some South Park, but I didn't start watching it till like 10 seasons into its existence or something like that.
Yeah.
And then I tried to go back and watch like the first season, and I just can't. It's so cringy and bad. But at the time,
It was hilarious.
because it was like, revolutionary even.
It was
One
it
could
was
say.
literally like the MTV of cartoons, in like
Yeah,
at its
kind of.
of its time. Yeah,
Well, it was the first time you had cartoons swearing,
yeah,
which was like the big thing. And watching the first season, that's all it is. And it's like there's nothing more to this. Like it's not funny. Like
yeah.
they're literally just saying as many swear curse words as they
I
can
don't think, and I think in the first
without
season
any.
they didn't have anything to say, so they just like filled it up with swear words.
Meh, 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 meh.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
basically it.
I got something bad to say.
I still think their depictions of Canadians are actually fucking hilarious. Where it's like,
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
yeah.
I'm not your friend, guy. I'm not your guy, chief.
Oh my gosh,
No,
it's so funny.
it's
But
pretty
anyway,
funny. But yeah, very, very topical and
yeah.
hard to go back. I imagine like Simpsons is probably similar.
Maybe, I don't know.
I never got into the Simpsons though.
I
So
mean,
don't
The
know.
Simpsons is still going.
I know.
That's insane to me.
It was going when I was a kid.
Yeah. Like it was a show for our parents when our parents were in their 20s.
Is it that old?
Like it started in the 90s. When did The Simpsons start? Chat,
I don't know.
like tell me, Bing.
We can't do that yet, man. Come on, man.
Just imagine when we get access to a Bing search engine with AI enableization. 1989, December 17th, 1989. Like
Yeah.
I'm only 4 years older than
Yeah.
freaking The Simpsons. The
I'm
Simpsons
three.
The Simpsons are 34 years old, dude.
That's crazy.
Our parents were watching The Simpsons in their early 20s. They were like, I'm 25. Let's watch some risque cartoons, you know? And even now, like it's gone beyond our generation to the next generation. So it's spanned across at least 3 to 4 generations. That's wild.
Wild.
It's freaking wild, dude. And
But-
it's on Disney. Those kids have
It
never
is?
grown up. Yeah, it's on Disney Plus because they bought
Simpsons
Fox.
is on Disney?
Yeah, they bought Fox. Remember?
Really?
Yeah.
No, I don't remember that.
You don't remember that Disney bought Fox? They bought everything every Fox IP except for Fox News. Fox
Did
News
not
is the
know that.
only thing that they don't own anymore.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So that's how you have like Deadpool and like they basically just bought Fox so they can get all the Marvel shit back. That's what they did. That's what they
Okay.
did. And now like the only Marvel stuff they don't own is like the Spider-Man stuff
Mm-hmm.
and the Hulk stuff, and that's it.
Hmm.
But the Hulk stuff, they got a deal worked out to where as long as the Hulk doesn't have his own movie, then it's okay. Like if
Who owns Hulk? Is that Sony as well?
no, it's Universal. Universal Studios owns the Hulk and his stuff.
Man, why'd they freaking parse out everyone like that?
Well, that happened back in the day, like in the 90s when Marvel was going bankrupt in the comic busts. Because everybody was like buying comics up. They weren't reading them and they weren't like, they were just sitting there just like getting comics to get comics. And you would think they would be like, oh, this is great. But like when people realize like, oh, we need to stop buying these things to like make them valuable. Like stop buying comics to make them more valuable.
Okay.
Then people just stop buying comics. So like the market value of the company just like bottomed out, right? It was rocket ship to the moon. Oh no, we're digging a hole to China. Which that joke doesn't work if you're in China. But like that's what happened. And to stay afloat, to pay people's salaries and stuff, they sold the I guess like the video rights to those IPs. Like
Okay.
they
They're
sold
just trying to do whatever
yeah.
they can to.
they didn't
bring in
sell
some revenue.
Yeah, they didn't sell the like comic book publishing rights to them. They were like, we're just gonna make comics forever, And like these people, they could make a show or movie or whatever because every time they tried to make a movie or whatever or a show, like it kind of went tits up, except for like the Incredible Hulk show back in like the 70s or 80s or whenever it was. Like that was the only one
Oh,
that really like did good.
with what's his name?
Yeah, and
What's the
then you
guy's name?
with Lou Ferrigno. Yeah.
That's the one.
And then you had Blade that did good. Blade
Yeah,
did good.
I
But
remember liking it back in the
a
day.
lot of people didn't realize Blade was just a comic book. I know
Right,
I
you wouldn't
didn't.
even know.
Yeah, I didn't know Blade was a comic book, and I was actively reading comic books at the time. I just didn't know. I was just like, oh, wow, I've never seen this comic book on the little thing where I get my comics book from. Because I never went to a comic book store to get comic books.
Right.
Like, my mom worked at a gas station, and they had a comic
Yep.
book rack. And I was like
Yep,
that's where
that's
I
where
got
I
my...
would get
Yeah.
mine. I didn't do comics that much. I think I did some Spider-Man comics, but they were
Yeah.
like some kind of different version of Spider-Man. It wasn't like your classic Spider-Man. I
Yeah.
couldn't even tell you which version
was-
of Spider-Man it
Was it Walmart Spider-Man?
No, it was still Spider-Man. It was just like, multiverse and all that stuff. It was just like the Spider-Man, modern Spider-Man. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. It wasn't, you're the one you normally would think of when you think of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But I didn't stay like interested in comic books. Like I appreciate like the artwork and the work it goes into them, but I kind
Yeah.
of like lost interest in like purchasing them and
I
stuff
got
like that.
I got out of I got out of comic books. I was a Marvel kid. I liked Marvel a lot more than I liked DC. Because when I
Mhm.
was looking at comic books, DC was going through this whole thing where like Superman, they were trying to bring back Superman somehow. Like they just killed him off, and they were trying to figure out somebody to bring him back. And they had like the red and the blue Superman, where he was like made out of electricity and shit like that. And like honestly, I thought that was pretty cool. I was just like, oh my god, an electric Superman, he can do all kinds of shit. But literally, he was just a different superhero at that point.
Right.
I got big into Wonder Woman. Like Wonder Woman and Batman and Superman were the only DC comics I actually enjoyed. Like the Justice League comics, like Green Lantern was okay. I don't know. I think that was before like uh the Blackest Day, Darkest Night saga or whatever it was. Like Green Lantern was kind of like like they just introduced like Kyle Rayner or something like that. And he looked cool and all that, but I don't think his stories were really there yet, or if they were, I wasn't paying attention to them. I was more of a Marvel kid, like freaking, oh, you kid, oh, freaking Marvel, X-Men, what? Oh. Yeah, I know, dude. I was all about some X-Men, and cause like we had the cartoon, right? We had the cartoon.
I was gonna say, did you watch the cartoon?
Dude, like we had the cartoon. It was freaking dope. I loved it. Then we had the comics, like seeing the
Well,
cartoon.
the Batman animated cartoon was freaking
Yeah.
stellar as
Dude,
well,
like
man.
that was
Like
literally
that was my like Saturday cartoon routine. It was like Batman, X-Men,
yeah.
and then other stuff. But
Like honestly, like I still
Beast Wars.
dude, Beast Wars is awesome. I love Beast Wars. It is
You see,
jank
they're
as-
making a movie.
Yeah, they make it a movie, but like the show, it was jank as fuck. But God, it was so good on
Oh
Saturday
heck
morning.
yeah, dude! Back then it was amazing.
It's like, oh my
You
God,
didn't, you didn't have full CG back
Yeah,
then very
this-
often.
this rat turned into a robot. What the hell?
That cheetah with that face that you had for your profile for a while.
I still have that as one of my wallpapers. Like every once in a while, I'll turn off a game and it'll just be like, oh God, it gets me sometimes. But like, dude, like I'm gonna be honest, Mask of the Phantasm, that Batman like animated movie, the movie that came out of that show,
Right, I remember.
it still holds up, dude. It's still a fantastic Batman movie. Like if they just took it and made it like live action, didn't change anything else, just like copied it like step by step, I bet you would probably want to be one of the highest grossing Batman movies of all time. It
I would have to
probably would
watch it
be
again. I
because
don't really remember it.
oh man, it's such a like. I think it's more of a it's a detective thing. It's more of like a Dick Tracy detective deal, but it's got action in it, and it's good action, but it's well paced action. But the story's there, and it's freaking sick. I love it.
I always like to think of Batman as Sherlock Holmes
Yeah, yeah,
more than Dick Tracy.
yeah,
Although I did watch Dick Tracy, the movie back in the day.
yeah. I did as well.
I remember that was just a wild experience.
It was a lot of pastel and shoulder pads, and like dudes with Tommy guns.
Yeah, and just weird, large characters like
Yeah, they were very
I don't
top
remember
heavy.
like Tommy Toe or Toehead or something. I don't.
Yeah.
Because it's just I can't remember all the weird characters that were
Oh,
in that
what was
show.
it? It was yeah, it was Warren Beatty was was Dick Tracy. Let's see. Movie. Let's go here. You guys might want to see this. Hold on a second. Let's go images. It was this Dick Tracy. Like literally like this is what like the movie looked like. That had this look to it, and it just I don't know, something like as a kid, it had the kid from Hook.
Oh.
I think he was in this movie first, and then that kid went on to play Hook with Robin Williams. But yeah, like I just think it had a great look to it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like it really captured this type of art style. Just with it had Madonna in it. I totally forgot Madonna was in it. Oh my god. Yeah, this was like what the villains look like. They had they had weird face shapes. They had prosthetics and stuff to give them the weird face shapes and all that. Like that's what they look like. That's insane.
I need to watch it again. I probably
Oh,
haven't watched it since I
it's
was a kid.
like if you watch it, you're gonna realize just how rose tinted your goggles are. Like this is probably a nightmare of a movie, honestly. But
I don't know about that, dude. Like I've gone back and watched stuff from like the 90s and I'm like, heck yeah. Like this is the stuff I grew up
like
with.
Starship Troopers still holds up, dude. Like Starship
I never
Troopers
was a fan of that, man.
Dude, Starship Troopers it's such a good movie. Oh,
I never liked it. And I'm a sci-fi nerd, you know, like I never liked it though.
yeah, yeah.
I thought it was a little too cheesy.
Dude, I just loved it for its cheesy. I love the cheese, dude. Like it was just so like would you like to know more? It's like, yeah, yeah. It was such a good like I've watched breakdowns of it. And like
maybe I need to watch that again too. Because
yeah.
this is something I watched when I was a kid as well, and probably
Like,
couldn't really appreciate it.
Yeah, watch breakdowns of like the I guess not the like how like they filmed it or whatever, but like what it actually means, like what are
game theory for movies.
Yeah, but like what are they trying to say with this movie and stuff like that? And it really does make a lot because like the whole thing's a parody. It's a parody on itself. It's just like a parody on the genre and a parody on like the mentality of like this type of dude, you know, like the freaking Chad dude. It's like, oh, I'm gonna be in the military, blah, 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 blah. Like that kind of like mentality. It's just totally a huge joke on the whole thing. But also it's not at the same time. Like it's just a weird, good movie that just somehow all the pieces came together and it was perfect, in my opinion. Like I just loved it. Like it's a great movie. Like look at him, he's covered in cheese.
I feel that's not cheese.
That's cheese, man.
I know you're all about the cheese, but you don't want that bug
that's
cheese,
where
bro.
nacho cheese comes from.
No,
You don't want that bug cheese.
You don't want that cheese.
You don't want that cheese, man.
You don't want that. I want that as a bumper sticker. You don't want this cheese. You don't want that cheese.
Oh my
Dude,
gosh.
I really need to I want to compile a list of movies that I remember watching as a young man.
Yeah.
And go and like movies that I haven't watched since I was a kid.
What's the limits on it? Do you want to like stop the movie list at 2005? Nothing newer than 2005. Like I'm tasking me, you, and chat. People out there in chat, and if you're watching the VOD or whatever, like in the comment section, like help us out. Let's make a list, all right? Like nothing newer than 2005, and nothing older than what?
Well, that's tough because
Because a lot of
like I
lot of
grew
a
up
lot of
watching a
great
lot of
things,
movies from the
yeah,
80s.
a lot of great things came out in the late '80s, and
How about 85
okay.
is the oldest?
So
Because
you
I feel
got
like 85, 86 was like a like really good time frame for like
yeah,
80s movies. It seems like almost every good
yeah,
movie I've ever watched, it's like, oh, that was 86.
yeah,
It's
or
also the
like
year
yeah,
I was
like
born.
80,
Best
like
the best movie.
what? I don't get the joke. That's not even a joke. Like it's not a what?
This is-
The sudden change in my face should tell you everything you need to know. I want you to be able, like, go back, turn the volume off on this
no.
whatever this is you're watching, stream or video or whatever, and just look at my face at the moment that like the cringe happened, and like, is it properly translated in my facial expression? That's all I want to
I'm
know.
sure it was. I'm sure it was.
Like, no, this is cringe, and I, as a friend,
It's not
I
cringe.
can't let you put it on the internet.
It's not cringe. It was hilarious.
All right, so from 85 to 2005. That's a 20-year span.
Okay, I'm trying to think
85 to
kind of
2005.
what movies were out and about in 2005 because I feel like that might be
Dude, like
too new.
you got so many. You got so many.
I need specifics, my dude, because I can't remember.
Oh, you want 2005?
Wait, what did you say? 1995 or 2005?
2005.
Yeah, I feel like 2005 might be too
Fine.
like V for Vendetta, The Island. Like those are good movies, but I remember them. Like I've watched them as an adult.
2005 movie releases, feature films for 2005. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Pride and Prejudice. That movie sucked. I hated it.
I've actually
War of the Worlds.
started the Tom Cruise.
Alien Invasion, Threat of the Future. Yes, Steven. Yeah, this is the one with Tom Cruise. Batman Begins, 2005.
Is that the one with nipple suit?
No, this is the Christopher Nolan. This one started the Christopher Nolan.
Christian
saga.
Bale.
Yeah,
Christian
with
Bale.
Christian Bale.
Right. See, but
the Longest
I feel
Yard
like
with Adam Sandler. That was a great movie.
I feel like these movies are too like I don't know. I think we need to maybe go 2000 should be the limit.
2000. Like you're telling me The Longest Yard's not a great movie?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I think that's too new for like to make a list of nostalgic movies.
Chronicles of Narnia. You don't want to rewatch that?
I didn't say that. You're putting words in my mouth.
Sin City. Oh, it's such a good movie.
It wasn't that good.
So much style. Sin City was.
It was a cool style.
40-year-old version. You know, I've never seen that movie. I've never seen that movie. As much as I love Steve Carell and like
it's a good movie, but it actually has like a message of like I mean, it's just like the message isn't like it doesn't matter. Just watch it. It's good.
Constantine, expect, really. 2005. Constantine, another fantastic comic book adaptation that a lot of people
not make another one of those.
Yeah, I don't know.
Such a good movie.
A lot of people didn't realize that was like an adaptation from a comic book.
Do you think that would have changed their minds if they liked it more or less? If they knew that?
If they knew it was a comic book?
Yeah.
No. I think it was a good movie that stands on its own.
Star Wars Episode 3 came out in 2005. We can't have 2005 be the year limit. Like these movies are too relevant
new?
still, in my opinion.
Okay, all right. So let's do.
This is just my personal opinion.
So what do you want to cut it at 2000?
I haven't watched since I was a kid.
And
a lot of these movies I've probably watched within the last year or two. Like I watched Star Wars and stuff like that.
So like my thought behind it was like 2000. Like 2002, 2003, and 2004 was like the years like I first had a car and I can go to the movie theater and I can like neck some chick in the back row and shit like that and like, you know, like maybe get a blowjob or whatever. And like that's
now we're banned.
Yeah, now we're banned.
Now we are.
And then like that's like the end of that was like the beginning like after like 2008 or 2009, you know, like I really didn't go to the movie theaters anymore. Dude, American Psycho, 2000. Gladiator, great movie.
Gladiator, see?
Memento,
But
that was a weird movie. It was good. That was another
can't remember.
Christopher Nolan
I don't remember
movie.
if I've seen that.
Coyote Ugly. Ooh, you want to go dance on a bar? Ooh, my girl.
I don't.
Almost Famous. Scary Movie. The first Scary Movie. That's hilarious.
So bad.
First
It's
X-Men
so
came out in
cringy.
first X-Men came out in
Yes,
2000.
I think 2000 is a good
Oh, dude.
from 1985 to 2000.
Unbreakable. That's
Unbreakable is hella
that was
good.
a good one. Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou was pretty good.
Damn, we're in a tight spot.
Huh? Oh yeah,
Damn,
yeah.
we're in a tight spot.
Yeah. I turned him into a horny toad. Dude, what is this Metascore for Remember the Titans? That was a great movie.
That's a great movie, and I don't even really like sports, and that was a great movie.
Castaway came out in 2000. Oh my gosh. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. You had Aaron Brockovich. I really don't care about that, but yeah, it's whatever.
I don't have to like everything on this
Road
list.
Trip came out. Dude, that's a classic comedy. Road Trip. Come on.
Oh,
Mission Impossible 2, yeah.
Ugh.
So
I didn't like the
Pitch
second one as
Black,
much.
bro, top tier
Pitch
sci-fi
Black,
movie. Yeah,
Right? The
Patriot.
Patriot
that
was
sucked.
really freaking good.
No, it sucked.
I
It
liked
sucked.
it.
Bedazzled was a
enjoyed it.
great one. Bedazzled was a good one. Had Brandon
Is that
Fraser.
Brendan Fraser.
Yeah. But I
Final
think
Destination, the movie that made everyone afraid to drive behind logging
it got a
trucks.
36 Metascore. What?
I
These
mean, it's a
people-
pretty bad movie.
These people
It's
are
honestly a
insane.
pretty bad movie.
Yeah.
But it still has that.
Gone in 60 seconds? Really? 35 Metascore? Come on, Metascore. Like, where does this come from? Who decides this?
Do these scores continue to get updated? Like,
I don't know.
is it just people who are like young now who don't appreciate these older movies who
Yeah,
are rating these movies
Yeah,
now?
probably. Dude, How the Grinch Stole Christmas? All right, so 2000's a good year, or a good,
I
like,
think 2000's a good
cut
year.
off. Dude, Where's My Car there? Nice.
Yeah.
Best
So-
frequency.
So, what do you think? Do you think that we should compile our list of nostalgic best hits that we want to relive between now and the next podcast, and then we can reveal it on?
Yeah, we can do
on
that.
air?
Yeah, so here's what we should do. You and I from 85 to
2000.
2000. That's the I didn't forget. I didn't know what from 85 to 2000. We come up with a list. And
How big's the list?
a
10?
top 10 list. Top 10
Top
list
10
of
list.
movies we want to rewatch or think we should watch again. No, we should make it for the other person. Like top 10 movies I think you should watch.
Oh no, freaking Golden Girl's gonna be on that freaking list.
There's not a Golden Girls movie. Well, no, there is.
Okay.
Yeah, there is a Golden Girls. Yeah, it was made in.
This
that
is for
time.
movies though. We're not doing
Yeah,
TV
no,
shows.
it's like box office release movies. And chat/comment section if you want to make a top 10 list or just, tell us your movies that you think we should rewatch from 85 to 2000. By all means, do it. Put it in the comment section.
Yes.
Put it in the comment section.
Now, is there an expectation of us
Of-
having to actually watch these movies?
No. No, we're just going to be like, oh, that was a great movie. Oh my God, I remember that now. And then that's because it's just going to be cannon fodder.
I mean, yeah, okay.
Let's
got nothing
no.
more.
I say that, and it as soon as I said it, I was like, man, that really diminishes the joy of it.
The point of it.
Yeah, let's.
So you think we should create the list and then give it to the other person after revealing it on stream,
Mhm.
and then between next podcast and the one after that, we have to watch all of them.
No,
All 10 movies
No.
in a week.
no. I'm not watching. Dude, I ain't got time to watch 10 movies in
Oh,
a week.
I don't either. Are you kidding me? That's why.
That's
I
like
said
an
it, 'cause
hour and a
it's
half and 2
ridiculous.
hours every time. Duh.
Dude, Emperor's New Groove came out in 2000. That is like the only best, like the best Disney show of all time.
I don't think it's good. It has good moments in it.
that guy who talks to the squirrels?
Yeah, like he's like the only character that's good in that movie, right? Like that's the only saving grace for that movie.
Squeaker, squeaking, squeak.
Yeah, he's the only thing that like saves that movie, dude. Like that's the only reason to
No,
watch that movie.
no, shush, shush. No,
Brit.
I'm putting that on my list, and you're going to watch it. Oh wait, that's not what we were doing.
Yeah.
I'm already
I
making a.
think we should have that list, and then if we're like, man, I want to watch a movie, we go back to that list. There needs to be it needs to not just be cannon fodder, like it, like we have that list. Now we go watch a movie. Like if we want to, if we get time to watch a movie, we pick one from that list.
Hopefully, there's a play. I mean, there's
That's
several
another thing.
platforms to
Like
choose from.
where can you see these things? Is there even a website for that? Like where to?
I mean, there's a website for everything, if you know what I mean. My cat is meowing at me. Hey,
Where to find
come
movies
here.
online?
Well,
What?
I mean, there's movies everywhere. I mean, Amazon Prime's probably a good place to
Well,
find like old movies, I
yeah, but
imagine.
Amazon Prime sucks. I hate Amazon Prime. I really do. Like, I want it to be on a.
It's another service.
Yeah, I know, but it's just
It's
like,
no better or
oh,
worse than
you
any of
pay,
the others,
you
in my
have
opinion.
Amazon Prime. Would you like to pay for this movie, rent this movie, or just like look at a 10-minute teaser of this movie? Like what?
Yeah, well, it's
Like,
not a
dude, I already
true
pay.
streaming
Yeah, I
service.
already pay for your service. Like, why can't I just watch it? Like, oh,
Oh,
but you got
that's
to pay for it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right.
I hate
Because
that.
like I wanted to watch, like I really like watching some of these like cooking shows, these food shows where they do like crazy stuff, and
Yeah,
and like it's all on like the Discovery Channel, on if you have like cable or whatever, which I don't. But Amazon Prime, you can get the Discovery Plus package or whatever for it, which is like $5 a month to get access to like Discovery Channel channels.
yeah,
It's all Food Network stuff and stuff like that, which I have. But like you pay for it, there's still commercials. There's commercials
yeah,
in streaming. What
yeah.
world do we live in?
Like
Am I
it's
spoiled?
yeah. No, well, I
Okay.
mean, we are spoiled, but I 100% agree with you. Like Hulu, I hate watching Hulu. I pay for
Hey,
Hulu. I pay for
do you or
Hulu.
you don't?
I do.
You do?
I do.
Okay.
And I still have to sit there and watch ads.
It's stupid.
I hate
Like,
it.
why are we paying?
So I found this website called justwatch.com.
Careful
And
with these websites, man.
justwatch.com.
Some of these movie watching websites
Yeah.
is just
Well, no,
a way for
it's
you to get viruses and stuff.
well, it says straight like where to watch movies online. That's all it is. I don't know
Okay.
why this is in German or whatever, but like let's say like what was one of the movies?
Wait a
Starship
minute.
Troopers, 1997.
Highlander came out. Oh, Highlander Endgame came out in 2000.
Starship Troopers. It's on Disney Plus.
Sorry,
Uh,
I was getting distracted.
HYR, whatever the hell that is, and then KOP. I don't know what these. This has got to be like a German website or something.
I don't know. If Tifa's still in the chat, she would know because she's
Yeah, I
from
don't
there.
know because it's got like every once in a while, like oh, it's streaming in Sweden, so you can set. Oh, that's
Well, that's
right.
the thing. Like,
There are
if
places
your
to where.
region is set for a different region, like Netflix will have different stuff on it in America than they do in like Germany,
Yeah.
which is what a VPN is useful for, because you could set your region to that region and
So
see
like
what they see.
no, hush up now. There we go.
Oh,
So
sorry.
no, not you, not you. What? So like to
I
stream it,
know.
AMC Plus has it, which is AMC plus Amazon, and then you have DirecTV. Those are the ones that have like Starship Troopers. So you have to do Amazon.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Dude, there's a Dungeons and Dragons movie that came out in 2000. You familiar with that?
No,
Apparently, there was a Dungeons and Dragons movie that came out in 2000. I imagine it was absolute garbage. Otherwise, we probably would have heard about it.
I don't know how to
I
spell
kind of want to
dragons.
watch it though, because it might be so bad it's good, like the Mario Brothers movie.
2000. Dungeons and Dragons 2000.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, what's his face? Oh,
Jeremy Irons.
yeah, Jeremy Irons, dude. It's got Jeremy Irons in it. I did not realize that.
He's a good actor, but a lot of times he plays in really crappy movies.
Yeah,
Not
like,
not
and it
his
has
fault.
Marlon Wayans in it.
Who
Wayans,
dat?
Marlon Wayans. You don't know who Marlon Wayans is from
I
the
can't.
Wayans brothers?
Oh,
Yeah, the
okay.
Wayans.
I didn't.
There's like
I'm
three.
not
There's
familiar
like
with the first name.
yeah, there's like 3 or 4 Wayans brothers, and I think Marlon Wayans is the youngest. Oh, dude, the CGI is bad.
Of course
Oh,
it is. It's
dude.
2000, man. 2000 was like that weird, awkward stage where
but
things were
that's a cool thing.
changing.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I gotta watch this, man.
What is the
Dude, you know what this is?
what?
You know what this makes me think of? Like those AI things we've been seeing where they turn stuff into like dark fantasy.
Yeah,
That's this.
that's what it looks like. This
That's
is
what
what.
this looks like. Maybe
Is this?
maybe I would enjoy this actually.
Oh my God, we lost.
It's
We lost
so
Jared.
bad.
Everybody, we lost Jared.
No, I'm still here.
He's going to the 2000 Dungeons and Dragons realm.
Oh, I'm sure it's absolutely horrible. It's like this mixture of like modern and oh no.
Yeah, yeah. Like I think they would have been fine if they just used like basic like costume design, like the traditional stuff, because like the CG mix in is bad. Dude, I would love to see this movie like redone. Like
Well, they're doing another Dungeons and
no,
Dragons movie.
not like remade. Like somebody just go through and remake the CGI and like graphics.
Oh, like remaster this?
Yeah, like Corridor Crew does that a lot. They'll get a hold of like a movie with like crap CG graphics, like The Scorpion King or some crap like that, right? Or like The Mummy where the Scorpion King was.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
they'll redo the like CGI in it. That's
Because that was
SFX,
really bad
yeah.
in that one.
Yeah, where the freaking mine dude or whatever. Yeah. But like right, like it looks like it's got all the pieces. I remember watching this movie. I've seen this.
Do you
movie.
really?
I've seen this movie.
I've never seen it.
I remember
I didn't even
seeing
know
a
it
couple,
existed.
like seeing that dude fight the main, I guess, pro tag or whatever, and that girl with the chainmail hair. I remember seeing that.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe it was just like once or twice when it went to network television.
Right.
Okay.
I gotta watch it at some point.
But this movie can't be on your list now.
Well, it could be on my own personal list. It can't
Yeah.
stop me. Can't stop me.
Very well.
Very well. Have it your way.
Very well. All right, bud. We've been live for like about an hour and 15 minutes, maybe. What do you want to do? You want to keep going? We having a good time? You got other stuff to get to.
We always having a good time, and I always have other stuff to get to.
Yeah.
It definitely feels like the conversation has. I think we set ourselves some goals.
Yeah.
For the next stream, and hopefully, I would like to see other people participate in that. If the same people who watch next week are the same people who are here this week, you can like give us your, like we said, give us your top 10 list of your favorite movies or something from 1985 to 2000. And just throw that in the chat when we start talking about that or something.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we done? Is this it? Is this the end?
This might be the end.
Well, if it is, I'm gonna push the button. Then it is the end.
That's up to you.
I'll push it. It's not up
Don't
to
threaten
me.
me with a good time.
It's not up to me. Like if you want to talk about some more stuff, we'll keep going.
I don't know what else to talk about currently. I feel like I've exhausted my subject matter. Oh wait. Oh, I had a cat, but he ran away.
He ran away.
He knows when I'm trying to get him.
All right, folks. That's the end of the podcast. Y'all have a great week. We'll see you next time.